Oftentimes, we hear artists sign deals with record labels, which to them and the many out there is success. But at the end, it's disaster and chaos. Record labels are suing the same artists they sign, and they are preventing them from using their own music and their own images. And the artists are being shelved, they are being trapped, and they are being caged. They always come out to complain bitterly, to vent, and to make record labels look like monsters and a whole lot. All this thing happens not because the record labels are monsters nor the artists are untalented or not talented. These things happen because the artists mostly don't know the kind of deals they are signed to. If most artists were to know the kind of deals they are being signed to or they are signing, things of this nature won't happen. But because of desperation for fame and money, artists end up signing any kind of deal. Do you know that we have so many type of deals that an artist can sign which can make or destroy your career forever? Now in this video, I'm going to break down the types of deals we have, and also I'm going to tell you the kind of deals which is suitable and good for you as an upcoming artist to sign, which will not leave any implications on your career. So stay with me to the end of this video. This is the review with Karim Joybag. Now, before we start anything, let's define what a contract is and also what a record deal is, because these two are very important in this content. A contract is a legal binding agreement between two parties who agree to do or not to do something in exchange for something valuable. That's a contract. And also, a record deal is a legal contract between an artist and a record label that outlines how the label will support the artist and how the artist will also give the label right to their music. Basically, it is an agreement that sets the rules for making releases and earning money from music. So these two, now that we know these two, let's get in the types of record deals we have. The number one is the traditional record deal, which most people term it as major record deal. And the number two is 360 record deal. The number three is distribution deal. Number four is licensing deal. Number five is production deal. Number six is profit split deal, which most people call it 50-50. Then number seven is joint venture deal. Number eight is label service deal. Then number 9 is album or EP deal. Now let's break down these types of deals one by one. Let's start with the traditional record deal or major record deal. In this type of deal, when the record label signs you, they give you an advance, which is an upfront money. And that money, when they give it to you, they don't tell you what the money is meant for. Most artists think it's a free money or a gift. The reason why most of them are trapped with these record labels or are still caged in this kind of deal is they think it's a free money that is given them. They don't know that it's a loan they have to pay back. The time they get to realize a loan, they've already blow half of the money or blow all the money. So they get to know when they are lobbying or they're asking for another money. That's when they get to know that the money they've already given them is a loan which they have to pay back, and you are not going to get another money until you pay off the first loan. And even if you lobby and they give you another money or they've given you willingly, it's still a top-up loan you have to pay back, meaning you are in debt. The label funds your everything, or your studio session, your marketing, distribution, everything. They fund it with the expenses on the side and the advance coming together. Is a huge money you have to pay. And how are you going to pay back? You are going to pay back through your music sales. So they are going to recoup their money back and profit before you get your share of your royalties. Without that, you are not going to get any royalties, and the label owns the masters to your song. and they can strip you off those songs when there's a misunderstanding between the two of you. They also owns the right to your images, and they can prevent you from using your own image. When you are under this kind of contract, mostly artists are in debt because they have to take some years before they can clear off all the owe for them to get their share of royalties, and the royalties mostly ranges from 10 to 20%, which is not all that much. So you can be bigger, you can be huge, but your bank account is small or zero. So when a record label presents a deal to you to sign, make sure you know the kind of deal you are signing. This kind of deal is suitable and good for artists who have leverage, artists who want bigger push, not upcoming artists. So as an upcoming artist, this kind of deal is not good or favorable for you. Then the number 2 kind of deal we have is 360 deal. This deal, mostly people call it the vampire deal because they take percentage of everything. They tap from everywhere. This deal also, when they sign you, they give you an advance or an upfront money. They also take charge of your studio sessions, your distribution, your marketing, your promotion, your whatever. They take charge of all those things. And what I mean by they tap from everywhere is, or they take percentage of everything, is your music sales. They take percentage of it, your streams, your royalties, your endorsement deals, your tours, your whatever that brings money, they take percentage of it. So you are working hard and people are chopping. You are working hard, people are chopping. And in this type of deal too, there are so many restrictions. Do this, don't do this, go here, don't go here, a whole lot. So if you are an artist and you want your creative freedom, you will not get that particular freedom when you are under this kind of deal. They are always about them, not you. Sinaso signed this kind of deal and she nearly lost it all until when things didn't go well and she came out of the deal. She thanked God for releasing her from misery or releasing her from slavery. Most people have suffered this kind of 360 deals and they wish like they never signed. Most people are in it and they are crying. The label owns your masters too, and they can strip you off those songs or prevent you from performing them and your image. They can stop you or prevent you from using your own image. You know how frustrating that thing can be? Very serious and very critical. These kind of deals are not suitable for upcoming artists. They are for the established ones who need bigger push. Those are the kind of people this label or this deal is suitable for. When you want to sign any deal or a record label approaches you with any kind of deal, make sure you check the kind of deal you are signing. If it is 360 deal, my friend, don't try it. Now the number 3 deal is distribution deal. Here the artist sign with a record label or a distribution firm for distribution only. So the purpose of signing is distribution. Here what the record label does is they distribute your music to the various DSPs. Now pay attention here, because everybody now can distribute his or her own music to the various DSPs. It's very easy to distribute your own music to the various DSPs. But what these people can do that you can do is they have links and connections with big people in the DSP companies. They have the numbers of the owners or like the people in the DSPs that can playlist your songs, and they can distribute your songs to the wider audience, which when you do it single-handedly or independently, you can't get that number or the numbers that when they do their distribution they will get. You will not get those numbers. So signing on with a distribution firm or a record label will give you that advantage for your music to get to the wider audience. So this kind of deal is suitable and good or favorable for upcoming artists because you own your masters and you are mostly getting higher percentage of your royalties or the profit. So mostly you get like 60% and the record label takes the 40%. You have your own, you have the masters to your own songs, and nobody owns your masters. You own your masters to your songs and the right to your images. When you want to sign any deal, or there's any record label that approaches you to sign a deal, check whether it's a distribution deal. If it's not a distribution deal, if it is a traditional deal, a 360 deal, don't sign. Consider signing distribution deal. It's very good and very healthy. That will not leave any implications on your career. Then number 4 type is licensing deal. So here, record label signs, or the artist signs a record label and gives out his or her music to the record label to do business with the music or project for a specific period of time, meaning the artist gives out his masters and rights to the record label for that specific period of time. Let's say 5 years, 6 years, 8 years, 10 years, depending on the number of years you sign the contract. So the record label trades with the artist's intellectual property for that specific period of time, and when the time is up, the contract comes to an end and the rights and masters returns back to the artist, unless maybe there's a real negotiation. Without that, when it ends, the rights and the masters returns back to the artist, and the artist also gets his share of the royalties. This one is also very good for upcoming artists. It's very good and favorable and suitable for upcoming artists. Then the number 5 type of deal is production deal. In this type of deal, a production house or a producer signs an artist. Mostly some of the artists sign this kind of deal because they don't have the necessary fund, or they don't have the fund to fund for production, to fund for studio sessions. So they sign with production house or producer to give them free production and also development, to develop their career or to develop their brand. And what happens is the producer also shops the artist to a major record label, which means the artist is now serving 2 masters. And because you are serving 2 masters and you are under development, you are going to serve for a longer period of time, and the producer owns the right to your music because he's the one who is producing the free music for you and also developing you. So he owns the masters, and whenever there is a misunderstanding, producer can strip you of those songs or prevent you from using the songs and whatever. This type of deal is not suitable for upcoming artists, especially the budding ones. It's only suitable for upcoming artists who are getting the spotlight, and the artists who want development. This one is suitable for them, but budding upcoming artists is not suitable for you because you are going to stay in a long contract, long years, and when there's an issue, the producer will not consider you serving a long time or what under the label. He can strip you of those music and prevent you from using them forever, which can be frustrating. So take note of this one also. Then number 6 type of deal is profit split deal, which most people term it as 50-50 deal. This one, it explains itself already because 50-50. This one, the artist is in collaboration with the record label, and the record label bears the cost of production, cost of distribution, marketing, and whatever. Then when the profit comes, the 2 of you split it 50-50. Here the artist owns the masters to his songs, owns his own image rights. When there's any issue, they can't prevent you from using your own music, or they can't strip you off or whatever. No. So you own the masters to your own songs and the rights to your image. There's no issue here. So when you are signing any deal or they present any deal to you, consider signing this one. The number 7 type of deal is joint venture deal. This one also explains itself. This one, when the record label signs you, like the 2 of you have joined forces together. Here, the difference between this one and the 50-50 deal is here you and the record label bears the cost, and when the profit also comes, you split it 50-50. So you bear the cost 50-50. When the profit comes, you split it 50-50. That's the difference between these and a profit split deal. This is also good for upcoming artists because this one also will keep your masters and you have your rights to your images. Then the number 7 is label service deal. In this type of deal, the artist hires the services of a record label to render or provide a service for the artist. So in this case, the label becomes a service provider. Services like PR, like marketing, like distribution, like strategies, management, and a whole lot. So the artist pays for the services rendered by the record label. And when the services comes to an end, the contract also comes to an end. So this one, the artist owns the masters and the rights to their own image. So this one, nobody will strip you of anything, nobody will prevent you from doing anything. You are the one who is paying for their services. But this kind of deal is also good and suitable for upcoming artists. The last one, which is number 9, is album or EP deal. This type of deal, when a record label signs you, they either sign for an album or albums or an EP or EPs. So either 1 album, 2 albums, 3 albums, 4 albums, 1 EP, 2 EPs, 3 EPs, depends on the number of albums or EPs in the contract. Now, this kind of deal have certain hidden clauses that if you don't take care, you sign for 2 albums or an album, but you end up doing like 3 or 4 albums or 5 or more albums. This thing happened to Luciano, the reggae legend, Jamaican Luciano. This thing happened to him. He signed a deal with VP Records and he signed for 1 album, but he ended up doing 4 albums simply because there's a clause hidden in the contract that he didn't pay attention to. So he later came out and accused VP Records and Stanberry for cheating him through a contract.
It was a 1 album deal. That's what I knew about. So when I went to sign the contract, because for some reason, I remember clearly, I got a call from VP that I need to sign the contract because they can't put out the album until I sign this contract. But I was always busy like I am today. I couldn't get to go directly into the office and sign it. So I said, all right, let me go down. So I said, Mr. Lloyd, you think I have to read this, man? I don't think I need to read it. You think I can trust this contract, man? You know what I should have done? I should have taken that contract and carried it to my lawyer. I met my lawyer proofread it and go through the fine lines, because the fine lines them tricky, you know. Because something I read and I go through some fine print, like I said, nah, but I just skip over that. But the fine print, them grab me. As a Rasta, me drop my guard and me run go sign. It's supposed to be a 1 album. And that wicked man, Mr. Stanberry, I'm going to call him wicked, because the man misguided me. Go ahead and sign. But 4 albums, and you pay me for 1 album. I'm going to sign big 4 album deal.
So after the video he made accusing VP Records and the label's lawyer Stanberry for cheating him through a contract, he was threatened with a lawsuit, and in order to avoid a lawsuit, he has to come out, do video and apologize, and also do damage control.
You may have seen a video recently where I'm burning up Mr. Lloyd Stanberry, calling him a wicked and that lightning should lick him and all these things. He has explained to me, so I stand corrected, Mr. Lloyd Stanberry, and I apologize greatly, sir. Please accept my humble apology.
So my advice to you as an upcoming artist is, when a record label approaches you or approach you to sign you, don't be in a rush and desperation to append your signature or to sign because you want fame, you want money, you want hype, you want popularity. There's more to life than that. There are several artists who sign deals they don't have any knowledge about simply because they are in hurry for fame and they are in desperation and they sign. later got to know when they try exiting the deal. By then, it's often too late. We have come to the end of this video, and if this video gave you value, don't forget to subscribe, follow, like, share, and comment. Comment your thoughts in the comment section below if you agree or disagree with me. See ya in another video.